Let's talk about how to trademark a logo. And this is an important topic if you are in a field where logos are important for you. You want to really protect your intellectual property. So here's an overview I want you to pay attention to. First of all, what is a trademark? Let's talk about that. So a trademark can be a word, phrase, symbol, or image unique enough to register as a business's exclusive brand. By trademarking a logo, business owners acquire legal protection against counterfeits, copycats, and fraud. Very important. This trifecta really could destroy your brand. So you want to have legal protection against counterfeits, copycats, and fraud. And other companies providing similar goods or services face harsh penalties for using a design similar to a trademark logo, including foreign entities that import products into the US. So basically, you have a widespread legal protection here. So how do you trademark a logo here? So a unique logo can be trademarked by registering it with the USPTO. So anyone can apply online on the USPTO website if the business for which they are authorized to file it is principally located in the United States. If based outside the US, a patent attorney will be required to make the filing. So this is really what it is. So the first thing you want to do here is you want to determine whether you need a trademark in the first place. It's important to first consider whether a trademark registration with a USPTO is necessary, since the process requires time, effort, and money. So once a business begins to use a logo to advertise and sell goods or services, they automatically attain common law ownership and the limited protections associated with it, but only if the business can prove it was the first business to use the mark. So common law legal protection for a trademark only applies to the geographic area where the business operates. This is really important. So which means what? It means that if nationwide protection is needed, then registering a logo with a USPTO is a wise step. And we will see that basically overall, it's just better to do USPTO registration. It takes time, that's true, but you got to look at it as a long-term investments, okay? What are 6 months now versus 30 years from now, okay? So you want to register with USPTO. By the way, boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. Make yourself comfortable. You are going to enjoy today's conversation. The next thing you want to do here is to search for existing trademarks. So if you want to trademark a logo, you need to search for existing trademarks. So before applying for a logo trademark, it's important to search for existing trademarks that may bear any resemblance, right? You do not want to have any logo that looks like yours. And an application may be rejected if the logo submitted is likely to be confused with existing logos for comparable goods or services. And logos cannot be generic and should always be unique to the business. So what you want to do here is that you want to search for existing trademark logos on the USPTO websites using the Trademark electronic search system. It's called the TEST system. And some experts, including those who wrote to the USPTO website, recommend hiring an attorney or a specialized service to conduct this search on behalf of a business owner. And attorneys are trained in special techniques to perform a more thorough search before an application is submitted. And this may be it may be especially beneficial with graphic marks. So again, the thing here is that the search could take like days or weeks or months if you were to do it by yourself. But if you were to hire someone, maybe if you were to hire a legal expert, it might take 2 to 3 days. Okay. Now, is it worth it? Yes, it is worth it, because if you have your logo application rejected by the USPTO, it's just a lot of time wasted. You do not want to be in that territory. So you want to equip yourself with the right resources from the get-go before you get into anything. Okay. So you want to hire someone. You want to hire someone who is well versed in the granularity of the test. TEST stands for Trademark Electronic Search System, so that you are able to get the latest and the best practices here. One thing I want to say here is that please make sure before you do anything that your logo is unique. It has to be unique to your business. Okay, don't try to really inspire, quote unquote, inspire yourself from an existing logo. This will not happen. You want to have something unique. Boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about how to trademark a logo. third thing you want to do here is to prepare the application. Okay, so you got to prepare the application, and the application process can be time consuming and complex. So because applications can be entirely rejected for small errors and fees are not refundable, it's important to ensure each part of an application is correct before submitting. That's why I was just telling you earlier that you want to do it through a third party like a lawyer or third party service as opposed to doing it yourself. A patent and trademark attorney may be helpful with guidance for this process. Lawyers will be able to write descriptions of the logo using language that's common and understood by the USPTO better than beginners to the process. And this can save time and effort in the long run, especially in the event of any unforeseen complications. So prepare the following information for the application process. First of all, you got to have the name, address, and personal details of the entity filing for the trademark. So this may be an individual or a business. Note, individuals and businesses who are based outside of the US will need to hire a lawyer to complete this process. So you need to also talk about the products or service the logo will represent, along the class of goods or services for which you are registering the trademark. You also need to have a JPEG image file of the final version of the logo or design. So if your logo is in color, you will need a description of the colors and where they are used. And so a JPEG or PDF file of a specimen that shows an example of how the logo appears on the product or service itself. So this only applies to applicants with actual use in commerce, meaning the business owner has already sold goods or services using the specific logo. And so those intending to use the logo for service later will be required to show this proof later on. And you also need to actually show appropriate fonts. Okay, and also you want to consider the final version of the logo. Will it be in color or black and white? So while many colors are displayed in color on products or in marketing materials, registering for a trademark in color means that the logo is only protected if it's displayed in those colors. And a business owner must amend the initial application or reapply for a new trademark if any changes are made to the logo's color. If you trademark a black and white version, you can add or change colors without filing a new trademark application. So the application can be completed on the USPTO's website. Okay, so and the USPTO provides detailed instructions on how to navigate the online application depending on the filing option. And the thing is that I just want to say that this is a lengthy process though. So once the application is submitted, the application can be checked. The status of that application can be checked using the Trademark Status and Document Retrieval, the TSDR. And the USPTO recommends checking the status 5 to 7 days after the initial application is submitted. But reports indicate that the process may take months if errors are found. So this is why, again, going back to what I said earlier, you want to really make sure that you are thorough in sending the application. And also, if needed, if you have the resources for it, you want to hire an attorney. So what happens here is that after being received, the filing is assigned a serial number and a government trademark attorney. And the examining attorney will actually review the materials and conduct a clearance search to make sure there aren't any existing logos for similar goods or services that bear a resemblance to the applicant. And so this is kind of important. So if the application meets all of the legal requirements and there are no issues with the existing logos, then the examining attorney will approve the logo for publication in a USPTO online journal. So everything happens officially. They will actually publish the notification online and you can read about it. And so there is actually an online journal. And what happens here is that, this online journal actually serves as I would say, an additional check. Because if no one files an opposition to the trademark after it is published, it will be registered. However, if there are any issues with the application, the examining attorney will send an office action to the applicant, and the applicant must provide a response that corrects any problems listed in the office action, usually within 6 months. So failure to do so means the logo will not be approved. Boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about how to trademark a logo. Now let's talk about what happens after the trademark is approved. Okay, a lot of things happen. So not the trademark, the logo is approved. So once the logo is registered with the USPTO, a trademark owner will have exclusive rights to use the logo within the approved goods or services class anywhere in the US. So, everything happens within the approved goods or services. And so the owner may sue for any unlawful use of the logo and may file to stop foreign goods with your logo from being imported into the US. So business owners can actually set up a trademark watch by hiring an attorney or specialized service. And the attorney or service will continuously monitor and search for illegal use of a trademark logo. So for those actually concerned with fraud or misuse, a service like this may be useful in catching such issues. Now, it really depends upon your strategy, your business model, and actually how much you stand to lose if you are a victim of counterfeiting. Okay, just remember though, trademarks last 10 years. So be advised that renewing a trademark will be required in a decade. So simply because you are approved right now doesn't mean that everything stops here. This is why a lot of businesses actually hire they outsource the whole sort of process to a third party, and usually that third party is an attorney or an attorney service, a law firm, because you do not want to keep those dates like 10 years being renewal, or if there's a problem with the trademark or the logo, you have to follow up with the USPTO. It's just better because lawyers know what to do. Lawyers are doing this on a consistent basis. They know how to write in such a way that the USPTO lawyers also, which are those are also lawyers, they can write in legal lingo that USPTO lawyers understand, and so everything will be processed smoothly. Unless you are a lawyer yourself and have a clear understanding of the rules and regulations of the USPTO, it's better to outsource the tasks to a third-party service. Let me quickly talk to you about copyright versus trademark. It's true that basically a lot of folks sometimes confuse trademark and logo and copyright. The thing here is that when you actually trademark your logo, basically you do not have a copyright. Okay, a copyright is something totally different. Let's talk about. Okay, let me just break it down for you. A copyright protects creative works like books, movies, music, artwork, or computer programs. So the copyrighted work has to be a tangible medium, meaning consumers must be able to see, hear, or use it. It cannot be an undocumented idea or a common string of words. So a trademark, to contrast, is a unique phrase, word, symbol, or a design that represents a company or brand that provides goods or services. It is typically in marketing materials or to label products. So a logo really is sort of fits the bill here. So logos are often eligible for both trademark and copyright registration. So a copyright protects the original design from unauthorized copying, while a trademark helps prevent the logo from being used by a competitor business. And copyrights are automatically earned upon production of a work in a tangible medium, but registration adds benefit. So if you hire someone to create your logo, be sure you have a written agreement giving your business the copyright to the logo. This gives you control over how it can be used and reproduced. This is kind of important, especially if you do not want to have a lawsuit that involves your graphic designer who wants to be paid over and over and over. If your graphic designer believes that he or she owns your logo, you are toast. You are in troubled waters because you might need to pay that copyright holder a royalty on every single product that your company produces. So be very clear about that. And it's one of those things where, usually in practice, graphic designers understand that. They understand that their product is not copyrighted. But hey, listen, you never know. before I close to this conversation, let's really talk about the fact that when we talk about trademarking a logo, basically, how long does it take? Well, on average, it can take anywhere from several months to over a year for a trademark application to be processed and approved. And if there are complications such as re-examination or amendments to initial application, the process may take significantly longer. And so this is what it is. And so basically, you probably heard me say a lot of things, and I always say, well, it's better to hire a third-party service or a lawyer. Can you trademark a logo yourself? Yes. Anyone can apply online to trademark a logo. However, experts, including our team members, often recommend that business owners hire an attorney or a specialized service to handle the process from beginning to end to ensure that your application is prepared properly, and should any complications arise, they will be aptly handled. Okay, so this is very important. But also, so if you're if you are in the States, not a problem. But if you are outside, if you're for any business based outside the U.S., a U.S. patent and trademark attorney may be required to file an application. And the cost here, the USPTO offers 2 filing options for individuals or businesses. So you have the T's plus. So this will cost you $250 per class of goods and services. And the T's standards, that will cost you $350 per class of goods and services. There may be additional fees paid directly to an attorney or a specialized service if the business owner chooses to hire them. So this is what it is. And a logo, of course, can be copyrighted and trademarked. So just make sure that you are thinking about that. And there are cases where it is possible to trademark a business name. To trademark a business name, you will need to submit an application through the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office's website. And similar to the process of trademarking a logo, trademarking a business name can also take several months, and businesses are generally advised to hire professional assistants such as an attorney or legal service to help ensure the process goes smoothly, right? Because the thing is, the risk of rejection is really too high, maybe unbearable to the business, and it takes too much time. So you really want to make sure the whole thing is taken care of the right way to start with. You do not want to go back and do like a trial and error and just hire the right person, pay them whatever fee you want to pay them, and you know that it's done. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. In today's conversation, I was just talking to you about how to trademark a logo. I explained to you what a trademark is. And so the steps are: determine whether you need a trademark, search for existing trademarks, prepare the application, and file the application. And then I explained to you a couple of things you need to do after the logo is approved. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll speak to you another time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.